Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ange if you haven't met me before, and today I'm going to be chatting about all the different plants that I have on my current plant wish list. So as you guys know, I've said a million times, I'm not really purchasing a huge amount of plants recently, and that's because I still live in my one-bedroom apartment, but we are looking to move, but I just don't have the space to add that many plants. So I've kind of made a list of things that I'm really wanting. There are a few others that I do like here and there, but I would say these are the main ones that I'm super into getting. A lot of them are a little bit more on the more expensive side, unfortunately, just because, you know, we like the chase, the unattainable, and that's the same with plants. But if you are interested in knowing what I have on my plant wish list, then definitely keep on watching, and also leave me a comment telling me what is the plant that you really want to get, because maybe I can add that onto my wish list too. But before we get into all of the plants, I want to first thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. So I have spoken about Skillshare so many times, but if you didn't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes for you to just explore your creativity. They honestly have so many different classes for you to choose from. They have photography, painting, drawing, or self-motivation, or even just plant care tips. It's honestly all there for you. So I am currently completing the Fundamentals of DSLR Photography by Justin Bridges. I recently got myself a Canon camera, which I am filming on right now, but I haven't actually done much actual photography with it, and when I have taken photos, I've just been using the point and shoot automatic stuff that the camera comes with, and I really wanted to play around with those manual exposure settings. So this class has really taken me through some nice fundamentals of photography. It talked about ISO, shutter speed, aperture, all those kinds of things, and I can really see the difference with just an hour of practicing between the first photos I took from the later photos I took. The first photos I was taking were just a complete blurry mess, and then they got kind of okay, you know, they're not that bad. So I'm really excited about that. There is a part 2 that I'm probably going to be doing as soon as I finish the first part. The best part of Skillshare is that it is absolutely curated for learning, which means there are no ads, and they're always adding to their extensive library of classes, so you can just keep trying new skills whenever you have time. Skillshare has kindly offered the first 1,000 of my subscribers to use the link in the description box a free 1-month trial. So thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and let's get into my plant wish list. So the first plant I'm putting on my plant wish list is the most obvious and the most popular, and that is the variegated Monstera, the Monstera Elbow. And I'm pretty sure everyone already knows what this plant is. If you don't, I'm sure you're living under some kind of plant rock. But I feel like this plant kind of started the hype of plants for most people. I do currently have the Monstera Thai Constellation, which is kind of similar. You know, it's got similar vibes. It's got that beautiful white, creamy kind of variegation, but it is a little bit more splashy and less segmental. And the Monstera Elbow, I find it's a little bit cleaner in its lines in terms of variegation. The reason that this is still on my wish list and I haven't purchased it yet is because it is so dang expensive. So here in Australia, the prices for the Monstera Elbow has just gone through the roof. It started off maybe 2-3 years ago being about $300, $500 for a fully grown plant, and you know, I was like, nah, I'll just wait, the prices will go down. That's not what happened. The prices just exponentially kept going higher, and I've seen for a wet stick node, it is $500, and then a fully established plant can go from $1,000 to $2,000, and honestly, I don't have the money for that right now. I'm hoping to put away some money soon to try and save up for that plant at some point, but my fiance will totally kill me if I just spend that much money on plants, because we are trying to buy a house. So I don't know if I'll be getting it anytime soon, but it's definitely one that I really want. Let's pray to the plant gods that those prices go down. I know they are kind of still expensive in the US and Europe and things like that, but I'm keen to know, what are the prices of Monstera Elbow where you live? Because is it $500 for a wet stick, or is it $500 for a full plant? I'm definitely keen to know. The second plant I have on my plant wish list is the Philodendron Ring of Fire, and it honestly, that name just sounds so majestic and beautiful. But it is a variegated version of the Philodendron Jungle Boogie, or I think it is known as the Philodendron Narrow, because I have what is called the Philodendron Narrow, and I'm not sure if there is any difference between the boogie and the narrow, so If there is a difference, I'm so sorry about that. But it has these beautiful like little flared leaves. I'm going to be putting in some footage of my normal Philodendron narrow. The leaves get really, really big, and the variegation on this Ring of Fire is just absolutely insane. Like, I'm looking at some photos right now, and it's kind of got the variegation of a Monstera Thai constellation. It's creamy, but then there are little bits of warmth to it, and it is just all around magical. But again, in Australia, they're quite expensive. I've seen them go for about $500-ish for a small plant. And again, that's just a lot of cash to just completely give for a plant. But one day I really, really want to get my hands on it. I know it is quite newer on the scene in Australia, so I'm hoping that it will go down in price once there are more plants available. The next plant I have on my plant wish list is another philodendron. It is the Philodendron Strawberry Shake, and this one is chef's kiss. So I definitely like it more than the Philodendron Pink Princess. I have the Philodendron Pink Princess, and honestly it is kind of a letdown. Its pink is not that beautiful, but the Strawberry Shake, it's a little bit lighter pink. It has some really nice segmental variegation, and as the leaf matures it kind of dies down to this more creamy white color, and I absolutely love it. It has that kind of marbling effect as the Thai constellation Monstera does, and it is just so absolutely gorgeous. Like, I want this in my life. And philodendrons in general are just so easy to take care of, so I'm not worried about getting a rarer or more expensive philodendron because they tend to do pretty good in my home. They're kind of like a no fuss plant family, and I absolutely love that. Again, these plants are very, very uncommon here in Australia. Very expensive. The only times I've seen them, they are in like the thousands kind of thing, and very similar to like Ilsamanii prices, I believe, from what I've seen. And again, Ilsamanii is beautiful as well. I just wanted to put the Strawberry Shake here, but you know, if someone like offered me an Ilsamanii, I'm not gonna say no. Alright, next plant on my wish list is another philodendron. Surprise, surprise, but I promise this is the last one. This is a 2-for-1 because I would get either of them, and it is the Philodendron Billyeta or the variegated Billyeta. I absolutely love them both. I currently have a Philodendron Atabapuense, and I've said this before, but I love saying that name, Atabapuense, and they are very similar in vibe. They've got these really nice long elongated leaves, but the Billyeta I feel has a little bit more of a orangey petiole, and it just kind of pops, you know, it's beautiful, it pops. And then you look at the variegated Billyeta, and it is just as stunning, but like even more so because it has this beautiful like marbling creaminess to the leaves. But I think feasibly what I could get in the future would probably be a normal Billyeta first, and then maybe save up for a variegated one in the future. But this is one that I think is absolutely gorgeous. I really like how long the leaves get. I just love that statement leaf. It's starting to kind of get to me a little bit more than a heart-shaped leaf, but you know, I can't choose, don't make me choose. So I think they are so, so beautiful, and I would love to have this in my collection. The next plant on my wish list is, surprise, surprise, not a philodendron, and it is a Syngonium, and that is the Syngonium Red Spot. So this one again has some beautiful variegation. There's like 3 different colors. It's got this like pinky color, and then it's got like flecks of white and this green. It's absolutely gorgeous. There is a very like similar looking plant called the Pink Splash, so it has that pinky kind of spot to it, but I definitely like the red spot more because the variegation is a lot more pronounced and it has a nice statement to it. I would be so keen to get this because in my experience, Syngonium have been so easy to take care of and they grow so fast. So in the corner over there, it's kind of half in the frame, there is my Syngonium Fantasy or the Syngonium Elbow, and she grows like a weed. She's always putting out leaves, so easy to propagate. So I'm very keen to get my hands on this one because I think that I could create a beautiful like moss pole thick plant very, very easily. This one from all the other plants is a little bit less expensive in Australia. For a baby plant, I've seen them for about $300-ish, give or take, around that price point. So it's definitely more feasible. I think I'm just waiting to get something a little bit bigger because, you know, I don't want some like baby tiny leaf. It is really cute to see them grow from a small plant to a big plant, but I think I'd like to get like a decently sized plant first. and then watch that grow into a magnificent beast of a Syngonium. The last plant I have on my plant wish list is a Hoya, and to be honest, there are a lot of Hoyas I want, but this is like my #1 Hoya that I would love, and that is the Hoya Calista phyla. And veiny leaves. I love veiny leaves, and Hoyas just give you all those veiny leaves. They're so beautiful. The thing I love about Hoyas is that it has like a thick leaf. Like, they don't feel dainty, they don't feel like they're gonna break, they're just thick and beautiful. Hoyas are typically a slower grower, so it would be nice to get myself a bigger plant, but you know, price-wise, I don't think that I could really afford that. This one, again, is in the hundreds. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. I haven't seen them too often here in Australia, but I haven't been actively looking as well because, you know, trying to save a little bit of money. If I see one, I'm going to want to snatch it up. So it is absolutely stunning. I think, yeah, as I said, I want something a little bit bigger. The only problem with Hoyas is that you normally get them as like 1 or 2 leaf plants, and then they take so long to grow, and it's just like this little nub of plant on your plant shelf. That's what I have a lot of underneath this grow light, just little nubs of Hoyas that take 10 years to produce more leaves. But I think in the case of the Calista phyla, I'd be willing to wait for more because those leaves are stunning. I think there are a few different variations of the Calista phyla, like long leaf, short leaf, those kinds of things. To be honest, I'm not too fussy. I just like the vibe of the leaf, that veining, all that good stuff. It is absolutely beautiful and definitely on my wish list. Alright guys, so those are all the plants that I have on my current plant wish list. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what is on your wish list. And if you enjoyed this video, then definitely hit the thumbs up because it really helps my channel. And if you haven't already, then hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye!